Pika Pika! Hi everybody! Welcome to our Pokemon GOGO special podcast. And today
Yay!
we have Starry Sprite, who's becoming a frequent guest on our show.
Frequent.
And we have Mr. Nero.
Hello, guys.
So
Hello.
we are waiting for Dolly Love, who's primping and getting ready and all cute for you guys. She was in a lot of
Mm.
traffic, but we wanted to introduce everyone that's going to be in the show and in the event and what they're doing, what we're doing, just to give you a little background and get to know us a little better, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'll start with Jenny. Jenny, what brings you here today with us?
Well, Jenny, or as most people know me from the event as Starry Sprite, I'm here because I really enjoyed my first time working with you at Heroes and Villains. I was the classic rogue that had fun mingling with everybody. It was an interesting night because I brought one of my friends and they had fun, and then my friend that came that's on the video looks very much like Hugh Jackman, and he was completely awesome as Wolverine.
Yeah.
And
I had a
we all
lot of
had
fun.
so much fun that I decided I would like to keep working with you guys. I had fun dancing, and you guys invited me to do GOGO. So my first time doing that, but I do dance so a little bit, And when you drink, you dance a little more. So I'm here to just.
Bon, bringing it back.
Just watch your tail.
Oh yeah, well actually I'm practiced with that. It's 36
Yeah.
inches long. It was custom made by a company that makes them as standard size.
Right.
But a friend, dearly friend of mine, ordered it especially made a certain way with the little curl at the end, and it's long enough. But I'm used to moving with it all the time. But I am going to wear it a little bit higher than I usually do. I used to safety pin it to the skirt that came with the costume because it's Spice and Wolf, an anime called Battle Wolf Spirit. And but I'm going to be different. I'm posing as a number 136 for Pokemon Geeks, if you can remember that. But I'm going to be wearing it as a belt, so it's going to be slightly higher up, but underneath my outfit, so you can't tell. And I'm used to wearing it. So you saw the little practice video I sent
Yeah, I
out to
saw.
the people behind the scenes.
I'm
That
sure
was really cute.
I'm
many
used,
people are going to enjoy that little tail flapping about.
yeah, I'm
Should we
used
give
to
them a
being able
preview?
to move my hips. I have naturally Italian hips. I could be anorexic, and these would be still here and here. So I'm used to being able to move and keep the motion of the tail most of the time. That part is looking good while I'm doing it is going to be the new. Can I do it? That will be the exciting. Come see me make a butthole of myself. I don't know.
I don't know if you want to share the video with the people, your audition. But
I think I could show up. I wouldn't know how to post it on here because I didn't upload it
No,
to anything.
I'm just gonna have it playing and I'm gonna screen share, basically.
Go for it.
Well, I'll have to find it first.
If you
It
could,
was so long ago.
oh my god,
I
yeah.
can resend it. It's a little. I mean, as long as I don't look too embarrassing, horribly
Okay, just send
bad.
it.
I'm gonna send it on our
No,
chat.
you're fine.
Uno momento, por favor.
And if you guys want to see now, if you go to the Pokemon GOGO event page on Perez Play, you could see her dancing as Rogue. And you'll see why we chose her to be our headlining GOGO dancer.
Yeah, I really put my back into it.
With your
Back
back.
or backside?
That's what I go for. Play on words, like. I'm looking for it too. I'm like, damn, wait, where is it? Because like for some reason,
Okay.
like some of the pictures, like I have the Rem and Ram character references for
Yeah.
both sisters. I don't. They're lost on my phone. My phone is a jerk. But
That
oh,
happens.
actually, I found it. Found it.
Ooh! We
Thank
get
you.
Yay.
to see you guys.
Alright.
Hey, and if anyone, we have some viewers, have any questions for Starry Sprite, Neo or I, feel free to ask. And if
Okay,
you're
well, I'm
wondering,
gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
no,
Finish.
Nero is also, I didn't introduce him, he's the videographer for all my events too. He goes as
No,
Brief.
no, I've been in this podcast for like what, three
We might
years?
have first time viewers. I'm sharing this on all the Pokemon Go
Oh
uh,
crap! I sent it to the group
groups.
chat. Oh, I sent it to the podcast group chat. Thank God.
Alright,
I
let
was
me
like, oh
see.
no, I sent to the wrong group. No. It's a
Wait, let me
shame.
see if this is.
But basically, a little bit about me is that like I'm a geek of all kinds. Like I did a booth babe once at Comic Con Wizard World. Because I know a lot about different fandoms, even if I don't actually watch a certain thing or hear, I at least have heard about it. So I usually like to try to learn more about it. I like kind of like a geeky encyclopedia. I've dabbled in LARPing, cosplaying, makeup, wigs, sewing. I'm not very great at it, but I've done, if I at least have tried it. So I like to say I'm very open to the geeky community as a whole.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. Guys, if you wanna watch the whole like the video while she's talking, you can click on my little thing, and you can still
Your
hear her
little
while.
thing.
What thing?
I'm
I
sure you
what?
like that. No.
I mean, the box at the bottom where it shows me talking. Yeah, you can click on that and it'll show. Now let's see if I can actually share screens.
Huh.
You could do, yeah, I
There
don't
we
know.
go.
I know how to do with the YouTube. You know
Oh, I
better
got
than
it.
me.
Yeah, if you did a YouTube upload, it'd probably be easier, but
Yeah.
mine will be slow because mine's really super low battery because I was out all day and
Yeah, no problem. I'm already sharing my screen. So, okay, I have a question for Jenny. Why Starry Sprite?
well, Star used to be a nickname of mine when I started at a local anime community. It looks even faster when it's not. I'm like a faster time, but um,
That's funny.
Star Sprite was basically Starry at first, but since it was such a common name, I wanted to add something to it. And while I love cats, I like mermaids and all the kind of fairy kind of thing. So I added Sprite to add like a kind of a mythical aspect to the screen name. And because it was also a play on one of my favorite paintings, The Starry Night by Van Gogh. So it
Ah,
worked. It works on a bunch of different levels.
Wow,
that's deep.
that's really
Yeah.
amazing.
Believe it or not, I had that, and I like Star Ocean, so it was another reason why I chose Story in the first place. But then I kind of developed it. I used to go by a different handle. I no longer use that handle, so I decided to go back to my roots, kind of.
Yeah, the past is past. Let's not mention the other handle.
Yeah.
Okay, so where did Sprite come from?
Well,
It can't be
Sprite
the
isn't.
drink.
No, well, no. I used to drink a shit ton of Sprite, but am I allowed to curse on this?
Delicious drink.
Sorry.
Just go ham with
But
it.
Sprite is another way of saying fairy or fae.
Yeah.
Like it's
Right.
another way of implying of that. It's another one of the way of saying a fair folk.
Yeah.
If you like mythology and like that.
Well, yeah, because when you say Sprite, all I think about is water nymphs.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Kind of give off that mythical kind of thing, the
Right.
air to it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Okay.
If people want to keep watching it, they can loop the
If anybody
video.
wants to keep watching, you have to comment or say something, you know? Give
Yeah.
us some feedback. Maybe she'll do a little number for you here.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe she'll
Maybe.
do the new
Yeah.
Running Man. Every night, at the
Yeah, like Diva does, because I'm going to be cosplaying Diva. I actually am. I have the headset 3D printed, so
Oh,
it's
sweet.
on my
Let me
list.
see it.
I have pictures more because it kind of snapped a little bit at the seam because of a little half craftsmanship, mostly because it fell. But I could send you guys a picture. Let me see.
All right.
Um,
Well,
but yeah, Diva, I love playing Overwatch. I'm a big gamer as well as a cosplayer.
yeah. Let's talk about that. You ever thought about streaming?
I actually do some light streaming.
Okay.
I was oh, that was the wrong angle to show. But I did a lot of streaming in the past where I would do a lot of League of Legends, but because my computer wasn't that great, got a slightly better one, but I still need to upgrade the RAM and whatnot. Um, so I use PS4 now, so because it's not exactly the best. I want to give a shout out to my friend that makes it. His name's Mark, and I can will post the link later. I promised I would. Oh, I just found my references. Let me just message it to you guys so I can remember to look for it later. You don't have to share that. But
Okay.
I stream my. I'm very currently not actively, but I'm going to plan to try to do a little bit tonight. I stream my Star Ocean Faith and Hopelessness, which is Star Ocean 5, an RPG made by the same people who do Tales of. If you're more familiar with that series, it plays a lot like that. But this game series is a mixture of sci-fi and fantasy. So if you like
Nice.
RPGs that are not turn-based and have an interesting stylistic look to them, you'll like these games. I'm a big nerd. I could talk about Star Ocean for hours, so I won't.
Okay, well, why don't you plug your Twitch handle or wherever you stream?
Again, my Twitch handle is the same as my cosplay handle. A lot of my game and updates are either on my Twitter, Starry Sprite, or again, Starry Sprite on my Facebook. So it's pretty much my multi-purpose hub. Try to make it easy for people.
Yeah, that's always a better way to do it. You don't want people to be looking for multiple names. It's a
Yeah,
lot to remember,
it's a
actually.
lot easier.
Yeah.
And like if I do play Overwatch, I usually don't stream that because I wind up getting cursing or say something funny, or I might be miking already with friends. But I've considered trying to do that. Not interested in the pro aspect. Actually, I'm sending pictures of the headset right now, and one of me of Clara by accident, as my
Oops.
friend was Sherlock and I was Clara at Anime Next one year.
Yeah, I
From
saw that one.
the episode The Bells of St. John. I love that one.
He looks more like Sherlock.
He does look like Sherlock. The idea.
You look so cute. You look so serious.
It's the idea because if you watch the British show Sherlock, it's actually really compellingly good and it's well written, well cast. It's really generally each season is only 3 episodes, but each episode
Each
is as long
episode.
as it's a movie.
Yep.
So it's interesting
And
format.
and the next season is starting in December.
Yes, I
December,
know. I'm so
November.
excited.
Yeah, I saw the Comic-Con panel. It was amazing.
I had so many fans like filter through I have so many people filtering through. They're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this was out, and then I'm like, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, sorry, before I forget, sorry to interrupt you. Did Empire Arcadia ever reach out to you to be part of our Valkyrie team as a gamer?
I'll check my others because sometimes stuff slides into that little thing, but I didn't get anything out right, and not by email either. But I don't think you have it. Let me
They're
see.
the ones I'm gonna plug that they're bringing the whole crew to the 80s party, and they also got Catalyst mints to sponsor for us. So we're giving 15 free mints, energy mints, so you can like run and
Wow.
catch Pokemon like while you're out there.
I just hope people don't think that those are drugs. That's
No,
my biggest fear.
it's just like an energy drink in a
Yeah.
little mint box. It's
The
totally
really
tasty.
big disclaimer here: we are completely drug free. Completely drug
Yes,
free.
we are drug free. Maybe I
Not,
should
not e-
add that.
Yeah, you should.
We're part of the DARE program.
Well, doesn't Dare also include alcohol?
Drug abuse resistance. If you consider alcohol a drug,
I don't
Nope,
know.
no message from them. But if
I
there's
think Lance might be watching. Lance, if you're watching or hearing this, tell Triforce to give Starry Sprite a call, yo.
Yeah.
Look out for us streaming in Empire Arcadia soon. She'll
Yeah.
probably be much better than me.
If I had more time to play games, I'd be like buying all games and stuff. My Steam list is just growing, but they're not being played with.
PC Master Race, I do a little. I'm a hybrid, so I PC and console because I'm a little old school, but definitely
I
still
do
do
I do
PC.
both. It's just I had to remove a lot of games from my system because I am stepping up my video stuff.
Yeah.
So they're getting bigger and bigger. I actually should buy another hard drive.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
part of
god.
why part of me likes the disc, like the comfort of like having a physical copy of something. Like
Yeah.
it killed me because I like the Ace Attorney series, and one of the games you can only get by downloading from the Nintendo store for the 3DS, and I played it that way.
Nice.
But if you're a
I
big fan, the last one they made with Professor Layton, great storyline. Even if you
I
never
haven't.
played the Layton game.
I played the previous game. I think I only played the first game though, but um, I'm still waiting for to get a 3DS so I could play the latest one.
Oh man, it's a shame you don't live close. I would lend it. But yeah, the Professor Layton one is good. I
Yeah.
just they said they weren't going to bring any more overseas, and they only offered it in mobile. So I was like, maybe if enough people bought it, but a lot of people didn't even hear about it being on mobile. I only heard about it
Yes.
because I think through a friend. I want to say because usually I'm like on the Pulse. That's my favorite
Yeah.
series, but
I'm surprised they're not spending more on advertisements.
I think because I feel like it probably didn't do as well as other games, and plus Nintendo has made some not so smart moves in terms of
Mobile.
like they've had some issues locally. Like for you guys who have been paying attention to the news, the Pokemon Go app, which is part of our whole night, investors invested a lot of stock in Nintendo once it released, and the popularity expanded everywhere. Problem was a lot of people weren't paying attention that Niantic, the people that did a prior game that's very similar based on GPS called Ingress, which is basically kind of team based. It plays a lot somewhat similarly, but they're the ones that kind of have the Pokemon Go cash money, the stock,
Yeah.
and
Actually, it's
Yeah,
investors.
don't go to Nintendo. Have stock in
yeah. It's
Niantic
like
or Ingress then? Niantic,
no
right?
Niantic.
Niantic
Niantic
is
is
the
a
company. The Ingress is the game
yeah.
they made for it, which is
But
Yeah,
the thing
great.
is,
Niantic.
Nintendo is only getting like 30% of the revenue.
Yeah,
The rest is going towards Niantic and the Pokemon Go company. Pokemon Company is actually, they actually did separate from Nintendo.
Which is a
They're their
smart
own
move.
company move, like their own company now.
Which could be considered a smart move considering how their franchise is pretty much literally as widespread to a lot of different demographics as possible. And
Yep.
Nintendo itself has made some not so great moves. They've lost a lot of investors over this Pokemon Go because people invested really hard when they saw the mobile games popularity, and now a lot of them withdrew when they found out they don't own it.
Yep.
And maybe because they didn't want to say anything like, hey, Nintendo's like, hey, yeah, Pokemon, yes. And
Yes.
then
Give
they
us the
thought
money.
people would not look, I guess. And apparently because you would think that Japan would get Pokemon Go before we did, but we
yeah.
Oh
actually
yeah,
have had
that
it
really
for
sucks.
like a month or two ahead of them, and like they're trying so hard. I hear all these news stories. If you look it up, it's somewhat funny. People have used like the train sets to try to make it work, and it actually doesn't. Like a lot of the tricks do not work with this game.
Well,
So
the thing is with those, you actually do have to jailbreak your phone,
yeah,
so it won't work unless you do that. And
it's not worth it
yeah, it's
generally.
just really not worth it.
But
Yeah,
but
put it
they're
on
so competitive and wanting to catch up with us. So like, yeah, and but us, I mean like just both us and like New Zealand and Australia got theirs before America did. So
Yeah. Well,
Are any of you
another
getting sorry? Are any of you getting the
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 Go
wristband,
Plus app.
yeah, it's coming out in September that vibrates?
I thought they
Yeah.
pushed it back.
Yeah,
I was
they
thinking
did push
about
it
it
back.
just because it looks cute
No,
and
I think
like
it's
and
September
No,
now.
I'm
I
gonna
thought
get
it
it
was earlier.
because it's gonna be a major battery saver.
I just
true.
keep looking at my phone constantly, so I'd rather have it vibrate.
Yeah,
And like
But
I'll be
maybe
exactly.
within a stroller, and then like I'm trying to like position it in a way like it's like so it's like on the stroller, so I can push her safely.
it makes
Look for
sense.
Pokemon or
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is when I get a bike, I'm gonna put my phone on the bike and play it that way.
Yeah, I think that they made it for that. So like you go up to a certain speed because it kind of is like a
Yeah,
throwback to. And I love the memes for the different teams now that they released what each team leader looks like for
right.
all three teams. And the Mystic, the blue team, the team leader is somewhat androgynous, and now a lot of the memes and stuff play on that. They're like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" We're going back to like when you start a Pokemon game, they ask you if you're a boy or a girl. and she just they just have the character answer, "My name's Blanche." And then in the other comic, someone asks like, well, what's between your legs? And she goes, Spark. And you look down, and he's like, I'm hiding from Candelaria, which is the Red Team member. And
Candela. I love Candela though. Candela,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Here,
I totally
I say
botched
it
that one.
Spanish. We're supposed to do accents, by the way, everybody. Like do this whole thing, but we forgot.
No, we didn't forget. We chose not to do it because it's way too hard.
I can do it
I
all
could
day,
do it.
sugar.
I could do it. What are you talking about?
I really wanted to do it, but I can't do it right now. Okay, maybe I can
Oh,
do it, but
there you go, sugar.
it's
You can
just
do it all day, all day. Messing it up a little bit, but it's a little rusty.
oh,
But I slip into that or an Irish accent if I could slip into it, and it's a little bit difficult. But sometimes when I'm hearing it on a show, I was watching Penny Dreadful, and Billy Piper played this Irish character, and then after a while, I was unconsciously talking to people in my accent. I was like, wow, wait a minute, I'm actually not supposed to be talking like that. It's just
well,
like,
that's what happens to me when I talk to other people with a certain accent, and then I subconsciously slip into that accent, and I have to actually catch myself before I offend them.
psychologically, it's more of a way to bond or like to keep yourself. People do it sometimes subconsciously to, better relate to the other person. Kind of like when people are attracted to each other or find each other in a way like I like you as a person, you like me. They'll unconsciously mimic each other's body
Yeah,
language.
Yeah.
mannerisms.
Yeah, so
Uh,
it's totally
Body
not necessarily
language.
a bad thing.
Yeah, you got body language, accents, phrases too. Sometimes that even goes.
Yeah, like I don't use a lot of very coarse language, or like more like I guess what I personally consider sexist. I'll use like scumbag or something, and I notice my friends do that too now. uh, but it is interesting. Like I went to New Zealand once a couple years back, and my friend has a very great North American sounding accent because years of Skype. She's done years of Skyping and stuff like that. But the moment a local called her on the phone, or if her mom was over and in the background, immediately switched to a Kiwi accent. Like it's like a mixture of Australian with British, so it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to imitate. But they use a lot of British terms, like instead of saying parking lot, they go car park, and they call cookies biscuits, which I used to tease back and forth, like, oh yeah, I think you really mean to say cookies here, like trying to just messing around with.
I'm more used
You
to
not
saying
Flight of the
biscuits.
Concord? Sorry, what's that same time?
Huh?
What about power chords?
Yeah, the show.
What's
No?
that? No.
Popcorn?
Flight of the Concords?
Flight of the
Oh,
Concords. I
I
heard
heard power
popcorn.
chords.
Yeah, they're
We
actually
all
pretty
heard
good.
different
They're so
things.
funny. They're an actual
Yeah.
but they're
I like
from
the part-time model song. That's pretty funny too.
Time Model.
Model. But not all
I
the
think I
time,
might be.
baby.
This might be. This might have been before my time.
No, it's not.
Oh, please. Yeah,
Look
you
it up.
totally
It's probably
should.
on Netflix or something. It's really funny.
I haven't come across it.
So if anyone wants to hear, we're having I mean, not we as in like my company, but Prez Play will be doing next weekend is the Maid Cafe, which I'm sure you guys are going to talk about next time. But
Next week, yep.
I'll have a fun story to share at that time about me taking the promo pic for the flyer. I told
Yeah.
Jen a little bit about it. It was just like a very interesting day that I did not expect.
Yeah, she's a trooper. The things she does for me. Sorry.
I'm a good worker. I'm a good employee.
And
I
that's
do
why you're
my best.
still here.
Yes, that's what I'm shooting for.
He loves you.
Overachiever till you love me, and then I'll slack. No, I'm just kidding.
By the way, this might be a controversial topic for some.
Hmm.
What team are you guys in?
Oh God, the race wars. No,
Team Harmony.
Team Harmony and Team Instinct. I actually
Safest
went
answer.
Instinct.
Safe, safest
Instinct.
Instinct.
answer. Yes.
Valor!
I was
Yeah, I'm Valor
between,
too.
but I was between Mystic and Instinct because I liked both of their like, hey, this is what I'm about kind of thing. But since since Mark was instinct and I got bribed a little bit, so I was like, yeah, I'll go instinct. And now that he's like a meme character, he's like like they draw him as this adorable meme spouting silly guy. I really like that, so it's kind of works for me. It's kind of like Diva if she was a team leader. I actually have a really cool fan art of her dressed like a Pokemon Go person too.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh, what?
By the way, I almost chose instinct too because I'm like I do go with my gut a lot, but then I really liked what Valor stood for and being spunky and caring for the Pokemon and being their best and all that. I was like, I should go.
I've been Valor before the game even came out.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I actually took a picture of Diva, the fan art of Diva as a Pokemon trainer. I
Ooh.
love all the crossover fan art that's been coming out and the memes.
I like doing crossover cosplays. Those are amazing.
I haven't
I
done
wanna I
any
wanna try doing
crossover
those
yet,
more.
but I plan to. Like, I don't know yet because I have
Yeah.
so many. I have two or I at least have two that I'm trying to work on. One would be Neo from Ruby. She kicks a lot of butt. She's awesome, but she's not a big major character, but she is
Mhm.
very cool. If you ever watch her fight scene, if you don't mind spoilers, because it's not a spoiler in terms of story, but you will get to see like her what she is about. It's actually really cool. Like the way she fights is very elegant and like interesting. Like we don't know much about her and there's a lot of hints that we'll learn more about the character in volume 4 because there's 3 volumes for this series. It's a computer graphic series generated by the dearly departed Monty, and he started a trend in the Red versus Blue company work with Rooster Teeth. I'm sorry, couldn't think of it. Rooster Teeth as owns them, so they any updates and stuff you can usually check through there and merchandise, the official
Nice.
stuff.
So what is everyone's level and strongest Pokemon?
I think
Ooh.
mine
I'll
is
have to check.
probably
Mine is so embarrassing.
mine is probably Poliwrath, and I called him Super Soaker. And I'm gonna be level 12. I kind of like haven't been able to go out very much lately, so I've kind of been like scrub, like a low level scrub, but. And plus, I live in the city, so like my options for Pokemon are incredibly like random or limited. I saw one Snorlax. I only had
What are
one
you talking about?
Pokeball, and
Being in the city is the biggest advantage we Pokemon Go players have.
Yeah. I'm
if
in.
you live in the inner city, like if I go downtown, there's like lures and stops
Yeah, true.
everywhere. But I'm a little bit outside this. I'm
You a
not.
suburb? Are you a suburb? Because that's where I'm in. The suburb.
I'm suburb adjacent. We're like. So I'm like, yeah, I'm 20 minutes tops from most of the places in the center city. So it works and it doesn't. So like I haven't
Yeah.
gone out enough to do a lot, and then I haven't been able to hatch anything great. Anyone else having some Pokemon distressing?
Yeah, I've been, you know, increasing my workload and with my phone, trying to keep up with Jennifer.
Yeah, which one?
So I can't. The other
I
one.
know there's so much going on, and then there's some days where it's like a million people contacting me. I'm like, check this out, check this
Yeah.
screenshot, check this out.
Right. Yeah. So that's why I can't play Pokemon Go as much as I'd like to. But
Oh
you
no,
know what?
stop! I'll give
No,
you
no,
a
no, 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 no,
Pokemon
no.
all day and day.
No, no, no. I'm just gonna get a different phone for it.
Oh God, no! I'm not that serious. Just be like Jen. Jen, I need an hour Pokemon. All right, I'll be back. You know
Yeah.
how I disappear? You do the same thing. Just poof. So
Yeah.
what?
I need some family time. You know. Pokemon. Hey, Pencil. How you doing?
Shut up. You don't know how it is, okay? Hey, so what
Struggles, yeah.
level are you what's your top Pokemon?
My top Pokemon currently is a Pinsir, and I'm level 14. I'm waiting until level 20 to evolve everything that I have.
You save one of your lucky eggs for it, so you'll get more XP.
Yeah, and also if you keep catching Pokemon and level up to 20, you'll get like once you get to level 20, that's when you start getting those 1000 XP Pokemon.
Yeah, did you? I just shared it on my page, but I can share it on the official page or whatever. There is a way to indicate how you can get, depending on their CP and the type of Pokemon, they've already predicted how to make it sure you can get it over 1K.
Nice.
It's how to get the more bang for your buck, so to speak. So I
Yeah,
thought it's actually
share it
one
with
of
the
the.
group.
Yeah, totally. Let me grab that for my profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just a level 9.
I'm only level 11, so I'm a low level
All right,
scrub.
so let's try to get those levels up this Saturday.
I'm gonna be going nuts catching things. But yeah, I have an
But
Electabuzz. That's the biggest one.
I
All
thought.
nice.
around here are Pidgeys, which is my daughter's favorite Pokemon now, because that's all.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, she caught 2 Pokemon again today by herself.
Wow.
And then, yeah, I'm training her well with the first flick. And then there was a Rattata. So I'm like, Sana, you want to cast a Rattata? She's like, no, mommy.
She's like, I don't want no rat.
That one. I'm
And I
like,
posted
no,
it in our chat
my
here.
daughter wants Rattatas.
When I first booted up the game, all I found were rats and pigeons,
That's
and I was
all
like,
I found at first.
"How New York of it?"
Yeah, I'm like, what are you trying? But then there would also get a lot of Doug duos, and I'm like,
The
what is
duos,
that? Like, what does that say about us? I don't get it.
ostrich.
Yeah, I
I
know,
would
but
think
like, what does that
I
say
would
about a city when there's a lot of Doug duos and there's Doug trios? Like, are they scummy too or something?
now I would always imagine those would be around like the Midwestern areas.
But I'm not Midwestern, so I'm like, what are you trying to say, Pokemon? You're so
Maybe it knows
confusing.
that you have the roots.
My roots are southern as far as I know.
Yeah,
But
it's weird. Like, there's some areas like Edgewater has a bunch of Zubats, and I'm like, why is there like mad bats here? It's not even like my area has a bunch of birds. I get it. I'm in wildlife and bugs and insects and stuff.
yeah, a lot of like Weedles and stuff. I also have a link to that little comic. You have to be I think you have to be on Facebook to see it, but I'm pretty sure most of us.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll post it in the underneath the video when it posts on YouTube.
I also posted it on the chat bar area.
Yeah.
I
Well,
see
that's
it.
the group chat. Share it
I like Spark.
into the Q&A section.
Well, where's that?
To your left. Well,
Oh,
are you
okay.
using? I don't know
That's
what
it.
you're using, but yeah.
I'm using Firefox.
The what?
I'm using Firefox.
Oh, okay.
Um, hmm.
You're using Google
You want
Hangouts
me to
without
do
Google Chrome? I'm kidding.
Well, because I have personal preference, especially with Ad Blocker Plus working so much better, even in private mode with in connection with it, as a really great app, one of the few great apps that I actually have. And it doesn't work as well with Google Chrome, so my preference leads towards Firefox.
it? Yeah, I don't know how to share this either.
Yeah, I can't make a question. I can't share it on the Q&A area.
You
Okay,
can
well,
share
we'll
it
just.
in
I'll,
Q&A.
I'll leave you to your wizardry.
All right, let me see if I can do something.
Any technology inclined people, the YouTube one you can't. You can only share the YouTubes, obviously.
Yeah, but that's just a YouTube app.
From the party of heroes and villains. I sent it to Jen, but there's one part like someone took a picture or a selfie. It was probably either Marker or one of my other friends with the phone.
Jennifer, can you make me admin of this thing? Sorry.
If you tell me how.
Oh, I forgot. Like for a second, I thought you were asking me. I'm like, why are you asking me? I can't do anything for you.
I know
Okay.
this way.
We'll just put it. We'll just put it in the YouTube video.
Yeah, of course they don't see us in the chat thing. What did you say?
Hmm.
Oh, how about present to everyone? Would that do something?
What is that?
I don't know. I'm afraid. Do I click it?
Showcase. Nope. You know what? Let's just. Yeah,
Oh
we'll
wait,
just put it in the
maybe it's the
YouTube.
showcase area. Hold on.
No,
It's a
but that's. I
showcase.
mean, like, no, there's nothing in there.
Add an item from a website. Here we go. I'll do that. Hold on.
Okay, that works, I suppose.
Trial and error, you guys. Okay, yeah, it's there. Yay!
Woohoo!
If you guys want to see the little bench comic. Oh, I should just put. You should put the link of just Jenny dancing in there.
Oh, yeah. But
Nah.
in regular times, no, yeah, that's a better idea. Not at all, but like in regular times, and I'll look like I'm like woo, like a
Yeah, I'll
hyper.
slow it down so it looks more ethereal.
Or and Photoshop me to a better person. Not just
How about we just shoot a new video?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Nero will do some slow motion.
Yeah,
And plus, I'm good at keeping my tail wagging, like you said.
Nero,
Yeah.
can I share what you said to me when you saw Jenny for the first time dancing?
I want to hear it.
sure. But yeah, I got my camera that I'm gonna be using for this Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he splurged. Got a high tech one.
Well, this is
Ooh.
not the splurge one. The splurge one is a pink
Oh, we're
camera.
not good enough for the splurge one, guys.
Well, no, the splurge one is cheaper. This costs like $500.
Oh,
Maybe,
I'm just joking
oh,
though. I'm just
But
maybe in
yeah,
a
kidding.
few
basically
years
the
you
reason I got this is because I can do this without you know.
might. Ah,
Neat.
he's a camera geek.
Yes, I'm a camera
I
geek.
I don't know a lot about cameras, but I'm great at taking shots and posing different people into shots. Like I very good at composing a shot before it gets taken. Like
Nice.
people usually ask me like, how should I pose this thing? Like I used
Yeah, you could
to.
always help me when I do like photo shoots and stuff,
Not a
or
problem.
even video.
Yeah, like
You
the
could be
ones
the
I took.
co-director.
Yay!
But yeah, basically the reason I got this is so I could do this without shaking too much camera shake.
Yeah.
You see how the camera's
You saw the short videos I showed you. I don't remember. Did you see them, Jen?
No,
It's
but it never
a
takes the
couple
subject,
people
right?
at a couple people on camera doing this. It's pretty silly. It's just fun.
Let's do that again this time, but I'm gonna be focusing on it.
I can get people to do it. See, I was mingling. You don't even know the moves I was making. I was just being friendly. I had chat and getting everyone to do silly stuff with me. And my friend with me that's coming, he's a very, very great, hospitable dude. Everyone tends to like him because he's just a fun dude. He
I
will
wonder.
definitely make the party fun.
I hope the
Huh?
Spider-Man comes back. He was fun.
That's Mark, and yes, he will. He's
Oh, that
Is
was
he gonna
okay.
be Spider-Man again, or what's he
uh
cosplaying this time?
I don't know. I don't think he. I think he thought being Pokemon themed he wouldn't be Spider-Man, but there are kids that are. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If you guys are interested, I'll talk to them.
Okay.
Cause definitely, I know the kids are big fans, and I like to take pictures of the kids that the mom's taking pictures of, and I also take a little bit of video, cause you get to see them scampering around him before they take the picture, and looking, going like, oh my god, it's him. It's so
Oh.
cute. And here I'm like rogue, no one knows who I am, so I'm just some scrub in like colorful last spandex. But it's still fun because I love to see people's reactions to seeing the Spider-Man.
Yeah. You should cosplay as Mary Jane one day and have him do that scene.
Oh yeah, I planned to. I was actually going to do
And then
MJ.
Nero can record it somehow. Have him hang off somewhere.
We can make that happen.
Uh,
It doesn't. He
I can
doesn't even
hang
need to.
people.
No. He doesn't even need to be upside down. You could be laying on the ground, and I could make it look like
Yeah,
that.
look, force
In fact, here,
perspective.
let me share this photo that I had on that
I have
I
one
showed.
of me looking like
This,
I'm a Dusa from Soul Eater getting choked by Stein when I'm really just propped up on a chair on my tippy toes with my expression very posed like I'm getting
okay,
grabbed by
that
a
got a
throat.
little too kinky there.
No, it's not. It's just like the whole villain. Oh, I'm gonna get this villain. You took it to a different level,
Mhm.
okay? Not a level of
Mhm.
caliber that I
Mhm.
exude.
Right.
But
All right.
everyone's
So when
saying.
So.
Nero saw her dancing for the first time, I got to tell the story because he changed the subject.
Here,
Yeah, you
Jennifer.
changed something real
Share,
fast. No,
share
the
this.
look is right. Alright, I'll click it, but go
He was
ahead.
like, he was like, oh, I wish I wasn't a guy right now. And I'm like, you kidding me? I'm looking at her butt too. I'm like, I think it's just human nature.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
people
is.
go
I
like,
mean,
Like girls are always looking at boobs, no homo or not. Not there's anything wrong
yeah,
with it. But
It's
like,
Hey, if
because
it's out in the front, then you might as well look.
yeah. I mean, I knew what I was signing up for when I got
Yeah.
into the suit. That's why I have
good.
my friend. I call my friends
That's
booty guards.
like okay. Here's a question for you. Is like I feel like a lot of girls do like show off to get attention, but at the same time they kind of do like a thirst trap. What's your opinion on that?
Well, not a lot of people are going to like my opinion because I believe I'm more of a feminist openly, and it doesn't mean that I think girls are better than boys. So let's scratch that from
Okay.
my answer. But I think it's more that like when I did Rogue and the Harley from Suicide Squad are my first two sexy cosplays I've done since I've started cosplaying since '06. That's quite a long time.
Hmm.
And there are girls that dress sexy, and yeah, the idea is like not only do they want the attention, but they're doing it because they feel good about themselves. And it's the same thing as a guy dressing up, like, you know, putting effort into their appearance. It's not necessarily, I find it rarely necessarily straight for attention, but in that same sense, as human nature, we all want attention. We all want more people to be friendlier, to think we're pretty or handsome or want to be interesting. So I don't think it's necessary. I think people think automatically equate attention seeking as a negative thing when necessarily it's more about the person being good or bad and the attention seeking being a separate part of that. And there are people that will judge the people that are like showing off their bods and like make more of a name for themselves off of it. But if there wasn't speaking as logically as possible, like if there wasn't a market for it, people wouldn't do it if it was necessarily a thing straight for attention. And if
That's
they want
true.
to do it and it makes them happy, you don't have to buy into it and watch it and pay attention to it. You can keep yourself as happy as your comfort level is, and that's more about a big thing. Is why more girls don't do it. Why I personally didn't do it myself. There's a confidence issue, and also that stigmatism that people apply manically, like, oh, you're dressed like this, so you must be this way. We have preconceived notions that we shouldn't have until we actually talk to people. Because I find that like for example, randomly I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I met
That's
these
fine.
bikers. We were stuck. It was in the rain. There was only one road to get to where we were go. It had to go. It was like these back roads and like I forget, somewhere from Maryland to where we were going. But we were trapped because there was a lot of rain and it flooded the one main road we needed to go further into the journey. There was no way around it. And we wound up parking up beside some bikers and they looked really hardcore, like, like, oh, we're some like, gang guys but it was just this lovely married couple that once we got outside the car because it was kind of nice out, once the rain had stopped and we were just waiting, and they were the nicest people, and they were talking about like they were waiting all year for nice weather to take a drive in their bikes because they're just normal people. Even with tattoos, people assign a certain kind of instinctual prejudice to it, and it's
Mhm.
not necessarily bad to have prejudice against these things. It's I've heard someone said before, with sexy costumes or any kind of prejudgments, it's not the first thought that necessarily matters that you have in your head. It's the second thought afterwards. You're like, oh, she's dressed sexy. Wait a minute. She's probably not. She's probably really just really confident. Like, it's more about what you think after that. It's not your preconceived notions can change based on how you really want to think about it as more of an, I want to say, an adult way. Like, it's not bad that they're dressing sexy. They're having fun, and you're having fun. I
That's
I
true.
think there's a certain level of maybe societal like thing where we have dress up to a certain extent, but I don't think any cosplayer really pushes the boundaries that much. I've heard things at Dragon Con, but I haven't really heard a great number of women or even guys that really push those boundaries. There are sexy
Well,
cosplays, but that's just are they where they
when
are.
when it comes to guys, I do see a lot of shirtless cosplays, and I would tell you if I had that body, I would definitely do more of those.
And if but you could still do it now, and there are people with even like heavier forms that just don't feel the same level of like shyness that some people have, even if they are in better shape or not, depending on no matter what body type. And you'd feel like that, and you know what? As a guy, you probably get less preconceived, like, oh, what a attention seeker. But that doesn't mean anything good or
Well,
bad. It just means that hey, you like this costume, and this costume is shirtless, so you're shirtless. So
But you never see like
I
girls
kind of,
being like, look at that male slut that's shirtless, like he's a thirst trap. It's
well,
always
no, not in the same like sexual tone, but I did get that kind of comments when I dyed my hair purple, and I did get a lot of people saying that I'm just looking for attention.
well, guess what? People do dye their hair for they want attention because they want to feel good about themselves. If you're dressing up nice, you could be doing it for yourself. And if people want to look, that's great. Like some people and new cosplayers get upset when they get attention or like the freaking the normies out as like
Right.
it's you sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the understanding that if you're dressing outside the norm, you're going to get more attention. And it's not that you maybe necessarily seek it, you just like the particular thing you're doing, like whether hair or cosplay. But you got to realize that there are going to be people that are going to say what they're going to say because it's not normal. But you got to understand it kind of comes with territory. It's not bad to challenge those stereotypes like I do. I definitely try to say, like, if someone's saying something about a girl, I'm like, why would you think that? Like, what makes you say that? Why is that a bad thing? But it's more like it doesn't have to be a bad thing, basically, to sum it up.
Well,
Like,
yeah, definitely. I completely agree with you.
yeah.
But people just, I think it needs to be normalized a bit more because, I mean, it's kind of getting more normalized with cosplay becoming more mainstream.
Yeah, I think
So,
by challenging the preconceived notions, by not just that, by in conversation, like I've had people and help change my point of view, and by that token, we can all influence the small worlds around us by the people and people we interact with, by the way we talk about things and the way we decide to challenge a conversation that might necessarily be good, like oh this thing like well, I like for example, there's the C word for females I really don't like. It's not necessarily a bad thing, and I try not to use the B word either because of the negative intonation it has for for females. But I don't tell people to what to do. I just go, I don't use that word, and they notice that they tend to wind up using it less around me. I think it's more of I try to do social change in a good way. Like I don't want female, and say we're just. I think society teaches us to be jealous and we have to be center stage, and now it's even putting more pressure on men superficially to look better. I don't think there was as big a pressure before, but now it's trying to like they're trying to even out the pressure. Like, oh, you got to look like this, and girls, you got to look like this. But the women have had that for a longer amount of time, I think. But now they're up in the pressure on both sides, and now it's everyone's feeling it. Like, oh, I got to look like this, and then people are just getting jealous and challenging it. And they feel like, oh, if I'm not the coolest person in the room, that means that I'm not as valuable as a person, and it has nothing to do with that. And I think
well,
that's why women have like, I think in general, women even especially in the geek communities have such a hard time reaching out and befriending one another because of all that feeling of I gotta compete or this person might be more of a attention seeker or making all these preconceived notions when in reality if we bond together just because hey we're all girls and we go through the same things as this gender and not really try to like compete as much with it, at least not right off the bat until you just understand this person is not coming at you and just try to I like the group of press type for that reason. Where I haven't had any come at me jealously. It's all positive. All the females and males interacting with each other with the same like, oh, you look great. I like the way you look. You're great. You too. There's no like, oh, I don't like you because I don't know. I just have this. I don't like you. No, I
yeah,
haven't had that at all.
we tried to keep that kind of environment for so everybody could get along. Um, we try our best to make it into that kind of environment.
That's what I
But
said. Small changes and
mm,
interact with our world. Like it changes the world around us. It may not make global scale, but I think that's how you do it. It's like ripples in a pond. Like if you start positive influence throughout the people you care about, the people you know, people you interact with, and how you tolerate certain things around you will change people. I think in a positive way. I mean, I'm not always a glass half full person, but I generally believe that, and definitely like you definitely
Typically,
should
the
try
glass
to.
is always full.
with the
Yeah.
air. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're one of those, note offs.
I just sent that picture to Jennifer yesterday, if
Yeah,
you
I know
remember.
about my dad and I. But
Yeah,
anyway, I know we got off topic. Sorry, guys.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry
sorry,
about
I
that.
ramble sometimes.
No, it's good. It's
It's
all good
okay.
stuff. I just,
We just
um,
try to
I
we
mean,
need
like,
to try to stay on topic.
I'll just say, to bring it kind of back in Pokemon, one of the cosplayers that got a lot of heat and hate for being a sexy cosplayer, starting off, but she still is pretty sexy, is Jessica Nigri. Who was she dressed as her first cosplay?
Misty.
No, she was Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Oh,
I think a lot
that's
of
confusing.
there are some valid complaints that I have as a cosplayer against her, but it has nothing to do with how sexy she is. She has a very great body, and I applaud her. But
Yeah, she's very talented too,
but
but I
and it's more about the ego and like how there are I know girls that are just as beautiful and show just as much skin and don't get the applause. I guess I feel like more people put effort into making the costumes and ordering it and still looking just as hot, and she just has popularity. But I don't hate her at all for she's sexy and pretty and people like that, and that's fine.
I
And I
think
think
half of it has to do with her like personalities. A lot of these like public figures, I should say, the half the reason, well, most of the reason why they are as popular as they are is because of their personality. How people like either connect or don't connect with them. Because a lot of the times, if people connect too much with a public figure, they don't like to. I don't know how to explain it, but like
like
it brings
idolization.
them down. Yeah,
Yeah, if they're not idolizing them, it's more like they're a friend, I guess.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
more of
there's
a
that
friend,
too.
and
But also, she has made, but when she debuted, I've kept a slight pulse on it. I keep a slight pulse in the community. I'm more interested about the costumes, but
yeah.
some things are unavoidable, like hearing about certain famous people in the community. About like she was doing a lot of self promotion, and then drama was around her, which like there's no such thing
Well,
as bad publicity style.
yeah, drama does help.
Yeah.
As
So
much as people would like to not admit that drama is at its core a big part of our lives.
yeah, but
and
like they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity, so you hear
yeah,
about it one way or another. But Pokemon is awesome, and making a Pokemon sexy is not a bad thing because you're gonna see some dancers dressed like some cute dancers, and they were fun,
and hey, if you
and
guys
we
are
have a
into
cute.
furries, you guys will be very
Technically, we're not
pleased.
furries, so we're it's more like as if you saw a cat girl. It'd be more like an anthropomorphic kind of thing, but not full
Isn't that what a
furry. I think
furry?
there's certain percentages is where like ears and tail, but when you start changing more features, they consider it more furry.
Yeah, clearly I don't know what a furry is.
A former friend of mine was big into the furry community. It wasn't the stereotype, but at the same time, I learned a lot more about the community that everyone has like these big
it's basically
hive.
cosplay as
They're
wolves.
basically mascots if you think about it. Yeah.
Some like to get down and dirty with it. Some are just like to dress up at
And I
it.
don't think they're any more better or worse in that sense than us, but
No,
we
it's,
just don't get as
it's
much attention because we look like people just with wigs. So like
Oh,
you're not going to hear more about our exploits because we're not as society eye catching and like as a full mascot versus like the two people getting together, I guess. But
so,
I
um,
think they're just good and bad in each community. It's just more or less.
so I should say we should do our closing comments now. Oh,
all right.
also for those watching, um, if you go to the door and you sing the Pikachu song, it could be the
Really, the
first
Pikachu
verse.
song?
Like
Look it up if you don't know.
Google.
You get a starter pack sponsored by Breathing Veil, which will include Squirtle. Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. So
Baba.
definitely look that up, or maybe you know already. My daughter loves that song. We practically listen to it every meal
Oh,
over and over and
you
over.
should
Yeah.
get a quick video of some of the staff singing it for her.
Oh, that would be a cute idea.
Yeah. Maybe at the end of
But
the conversation.
so yeah, our party is gonna be this Saturday, in Hotel Victor Bar. We're gonna meet at 5. And we're gonna meet at 5, and then we're going to stay there till 6. Have a few pokey drinks. I'm gonna be dropping a lure, and then we're gonna head out to the city and till 8. I really want to stop by this one hospital. I left a message and I spoke to one of the
Yeah.
people of stopping by and saying hi to the kids in St. Joseph's. And if we can't get in, I at least want to drop a lure. I know they were excited about that, but we're playing phone tag, so I definitely want to stop there and go around the city. And then from 8 to 1, we're going to have a dance party, and we're going to have free shirts. Oh, and food is included, and it's only $2.50 online and 5 at the door. So it's a bargain, a good time for your Pokey fans out there. So hopefully, we could all level up for all those getting Pidgeys and Ratatatas and Zubats and all the other lamos. And,
Well, I can tell you
everyone be
now.
cool with each other regardless of the team. What happened?
I can tell you now. You'll find a lot of Pokemon, like a lot of different types of Pokemon if you just walk around. Um,
In that area?
yeah, in that area, because a lot of the times the reason why most people only find rats and pigeons and bats and ostriches, two-headed ostriches, is because they're not walking, like they're not going to more diverse places, and you actually do need to like go into different neighborhoods, different areas, even different cities, because you can't find certain Pokemon at certain places.
Sadly,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. When I first started, there were like at least some rats and pigeons in my backyard. Now there's nothing, and then like I'll walk several blocks and I won't find a Pokemon. There's certain streets I know now that there's Pokemon,
Yeah.
but there's nothing. I
Well,
think
the
if you
game
live
knows that
to
the game
understand.
knows you're lazy. That's why
Ah,
it's doing
you
that.
can apply for if you guys don't know, you can email them. There's a certain form you can fill out to request local areas
Yeah,
to be Pokestops. So it might be
I did,
beneficial.
and they said it's full.
Yeah, and in the next update, there's gonna be a lot
What?
more gyms and Pokestops,
Yes.
especially
But
like
I walk
sponsored
a lot,
ones.
all right, and it's really hot, and I have a daughter, and
Yeah,
I
it's been
travel
really
with
hot.
her, so
Jennifer,
like
just
we
get a
could like
bicycle.
walk for 30 minutes around town, and we pick up a lot of random lane moves.
Get a bicicleta.
Want to just put her in there?
Yeah, put her in the basket. Be like
Yeah,
18.
I don't feel that confident yet. You
You
know how
should
they
see the
say like
video of
it's
the
like riding
baby
a
and her.
bike. I forget every time. But anyway, Jenny, what's your closing statement and what you want to say? Where can we find you, by the way?
You can find me at facebook.com/starrysprite, and it links me to all my other various forms with their weather, Instagram, and all the other great mobile stuff, social media. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Feel free to say hi to me. I might be a little bit hyper, but I'm super nice. I swear. Um, if
Just don't ask for her number. She's taken.
Yeah, I will. But I will be happy to dance to you, have fun with you, and talk to you. So don't be afraid to say hi. Not one of those kind of people. Not a snooty booty. So I hope to see you guys there this weekend.
Little.
But they know where I'm from. I'm kidding. You can find me at breathingveil.com. That's breathingveil.com. And it'll lead you to my Facebook, my YouTube, my Instagram. Well, I don't have an Instagram. I have a personal Instagram. Don't go to my Instagram.
Look for it.
And my Twitter.
Type him.
And yeah, basically my main platform is Facebook and YouTube. And that's where you should follow me. Like and subscribe and all that other stuff.
Yeah, like his page.
All
Yeah,
right.
I gotta be that YouTuber brat.
All right. So it was nice seeing
Everybody,
everybody.
be nice to each other. Don't judge people, by how they dress or cosplay. If you think they're thirst traps. There's traps. There are traps.
It's okay to be thirsty. It's a vital human
Or
need.
maybe you're a mom and you're frumpy all the time and you want to look beautiful for a day. God forbid, you know?
Yes, everyone wants the
Well,
Cinderella
hey,
moment, okay? Even guys, but like the male version of
I'm
that.
Yeah.
just talking from experience. I've met those kind of girls who, you know,
Everyone, there's bad people in every group of people,
yeah,
but that one doesn't equate with the other. It
Exactly.
just,
yeah, that's true.
it's just that less of the nicer people are more often likely to do that because you guys are going to be like, I know she's probably a bad person. I don't like her.
Well,
Yeah, so give people a chance. Don't judge everyone. Be nice to everyone and love
for
each other.
sure.
Have fun and be safe while you Pokemon.
And
And
press play is
also,
the best.
and also watch where you're going. Don't cross the street without looking, and definitely don't look at your phone while you're walking into something,
Yeah.
especially cars and
Try not to
poles.
booty check while you're poke walking either, because you might walk into something.
You might walk into a booty.
Be your very best, and we'll see you Saturday in Hotel Victor Bar at 5.
Gotta catch
Hoboken!
him! Oh,
I
Pokemon!
know. Bye.